I would like to very much welcome from the European Commission, Pauline Rouch, who is the head of cabinet of Mariya Gabriel, the European Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture, Education and Youth. Pauline is French. She's had a long-standing career in the European Commission, which she first joined in 2005. And since 2010, she has served in the cabinets of several commissioners. Her experiences in the Commission, including working for 3 years with the European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker, and also serving in 2019 in the transition team of Ursula von der Leyen before Ursula von der Leyen was elected to the Commission President. Since October 2021, Pauline has been head of Mariya Gabriel's cabinet and has been very closely involved, as you can imagine, in the development of the European strategy for universities that we'll be hearing about now. So, Ms. Rouch, thank you very much for joining us here today and presenting us the key findings of this new strategy. And we look forward to hearing what you have to say, and the floor is yours.
Many thanks. It's really an honor to address your conference today. An honor to be the one, and a pressure as well to be the one opening it, and really an honor to address the entire community. I'm there to present you the university strategy that the College of Commissioners adopted on the 18th of January. I know you've seen it already, you discussed it, but the first thing I wanted to say was to say thank you, because it was thanks to the long and permanent talks, discussions, consultation we had with the entire community, higher education community, research community, the member states, the institutions, and thanks to these consultations that we could have a rich input on which we were able to base our contribution for the Commission that we exposed on the 18th of January. And thanks to your rich input, we see as well that the strategy, and we are very pleased to see that the strategy so far was quite well received by the communities it is addressed to. So it's really a win-win moment. Thanks as well to this common constant exchanges and this rich input. I think I can say that we share a common vision on universities, and I think this vision is to say Europe needs universities, but universities needs Europe, and this is where I would like to expand a bit. We know we face challenges as a society that are really deep, that are really disturbing. And we believe that universities are part of the solutions for our societies to address the common challenges, the current challenges, and to anticipate the challenges of tomorrow's. And thanks to universities, their action to train young people, adults, we would be able to relaunch the economy, to face the challenges of the twin green and digital transition, and to anticipate what is coming next in the next decade. Universities in Europe is 5,000 high educations, 17.5 million students, 1.35 million researchers. It's a huge, huge, huge community, a rich community on which we can rely for today's and tomorrow's challenges. With our strategy, we have put forward 4 objectives. I will start by presenting them with the actions going together, and then to present, to finish the tools that we are equipping ourselves with. The first objective is to strengthen the European dimension of universities. And this goes through 4 actions that we are presenting in the strategy. The first action is to have higher number of universities alliances within 2 years. Today we have 41 alliances, and we would like to see within 2 years the number of those alliances coming up to 60 alliances. That would represent 500 institutions and would allow a wider and a bigger impact of the European university alliances. For this, we have a budget within Erasmus, which is quite substantial. And for the entire period of this financing programming period, it is amounting to a bit more than 1 billion euros. The second tool that we have to strengthen the European dimensions of universities is to work towards giving a legal statute to those European university alliances. And the third very important element is to work together towards a common European diploma that will make the life easier for the mobile students, the mobile researchers, to go from one institution to the other institution within the alliance and have at the end a diploma that is fully recognized everywhere. The second objective that we put forward with our communication is the fact that we know that universities are the lighthouse of our European way of life. And we know how important they are in embodying values that are European values, such as diversity, inclusion, equality. And there we are underlining this because we think it's always very important to remind the values on which we are built and the values on which European universities are working. And just as well to say that it's a way of showing that we attach great importance to those values, to the independence of thought, to the academic independence, and that it's something that we cherish and want to protect. The third objective that I wanted to quickly touch upon is something that is linked obviously to our vision. It's the role of universities in the green and digital transitions. And there, what we are proposing as a way to be active players in this transition is to work even more closer with the business sectors, the industries, to develop the curricula that would give the competencies we need to students and researchers in strategic areas, strategic sectors. We can think of HPC, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, but where those competencies need to be developed in our higher education institutions in Europe to equip our workforce with the competencies it needs. This goes as well with as a project with the intention to have a higher number of trainees using Erasmus programs and to be mobile and do internships abroad in startups and in enterprises, to bring the two worlds closer so that they benefit from each other. The fourth objective is to strengthen the role of university outside the EU on the global scene. And there, what we are proposing is something that has worked quite well in other fields. It's really what we call a Team Europe approach, which means a joint effort of both EU institutions and member states to promote the systems, the values, the way our higher education institutions work and what they do, what they present, to present them to the world. To finish on this, what is important, we have set together a vision, we are setting ourselves objectives, we are proposing tools to implement those objectives. And this is what we have done in a recommendation that is addressed to member states that is about transnational cooperation and is a way of operationalizing the flagship initiatives that I presented so far. The second thing that is very important is obviously investments. Investments in higher education, in education is essential, critical, if we want to sustain and attain our common objectives. On that, we know in the current financial period, we have a number of tools, European, national, regional tools that can be combined and can have a substantial can bring a substantial investments to higher education, which is essential. I don't know how I am on timing, but what I wanted to do to conclude is to come back to the beginning of this short presentation, which was at the beginning I was thanking you for your input. And now in my closing remarks, what I would like to do is to ask for your help and your support in implementing now those actions that we have proposed. Because obviously, there is nothing that can be done without you. We need the communities. We need to together look forward, implement those ideas, those initiatives, and on that, we are by your side and we stand ready to support you. I will stop there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pauline. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak to us this afternoon. And just on your last point, I'd absolutely like to stress that from the European University Association perspective, we really welcome the impetus brought by this new strategy, and we stand ready to work with the Commission, with the Member States, and with all stakeholders in discussing how best it can be implemented. I think it's in all our interests to make this a success, and so we really look forward to collaborating with you in the future on it. Thank you.
Very good. Great. Thank you.